In his final days, the 89-year-old shunned the spotlight, instead choosing to stay on his ranch in Utah. Jim Murray has more.
Hollywood legend Robert Redford, the man whose charm, talent, and vision shaped generations of cinema, left behind more than just unforgettable films. He left a legacy measured in staggering wealth and timeless impact. When the final chapter of his extraordinary life closed, his family was left not only with cherished memories, but also with a fortune so immense that it brought them to tears. But what exactly made this inheritance so overwhelming? Today, we uncover the emotional story behind Robert Redford's astonishing final gift: wealth, investment, and cultural impact. Robert Redford, a name synonymous with Hollywood elegance and artistic vision, has amassed an estimated net worth of $170 million, a testament to decades of unwavering dedication to acting, directing, and producing. Yet, his wealth is not solely the product of his illustrious film career. It also reflects smart investments, shrewd business ventures, and a heartfelt commitment to philanthropy. Among his most remarkable acquisitions is the iconic Sundance Mountain Resort in Utah. Purchased in 1968, the resort sprawls over more than 5,000 acres of breathtaking wilderness, currently valued at an impressive $50 million. This haven for winter sports enthusiasts and nature lovers has become more than just a financial asset. It embodies Redford's vision of connecting people with the natural world.
I'll send for you when I get there. You come if you want, don't if you don't want.
I will want.
In addition to his resort, Redford owns prime real estate that showcases both luxury and taste. A stunning Malibu beach house, valued at $20 million, offers sweeping ocean views, while his sophisticated Manhattan apartment, worth $10 million, places him at the center of cultural and social life in the city that never sleeps. These properties, apart from reflecting his refined sense of living, are also strategic investments that enhance his overall financial portfolio. Redford's passion for the arts is equally notable. He is an avid collector, curating a personal collection valued at approximately $10 million, featuring works by legendary artists such as Ansel Adams, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Pablo Picasso. His appreciation for art goes beyond mere possession. It represents a lifelong dedication to culture, creativity, and the preservation of beauty in all its forms. Extending this passion into commerce, he founded the Sundance Catalog Company, which specializes in artisanal, nature-inspired goods. This venture...
How did you got a car?
No.
And I need a car. Bring me some clothes. Go find Jake.
not only reinforces his brand as a connoisseur of quality and craftsmanship, but also diversifies his income streams, demonstrating his entrepreneurial savvy. However, Robert Redford's influence is not confined to wealth or material achievements. His philanthropic endeavors reflect a deep and enduring commitment to making the world a better place. He has tirelessly championed environmental preservation, cultural initiatives, and the rights of Native Americans. Organizations such as the Natural Resources Defense Council, the Sierra Club, and the American Indian College Fund have all benefited from his support. Through these efforts, Redford has fostered awareness, advocated for sustainability, and helped safeguard cultural heritage, proving that his impact extends far beyond the silver screen. Moreover, Redford's dedication to arts education and cultural preservation ensures that his legacy is not merely financial but also inspirational. By nurturing talent, promoting creativity, and preserving the environment, he has left an indelible mark on society, one that merges artistic excellence with social responsibility. In sum, Robert Redford is not only a Hollywood legend and savvy investor, but also a visionary whose life and work illustrate how passion, intellect, and compassion can create a multifaceted legacy that resonates well beyond fame and fortune. Sadly, Robert Redford has left these in this world, all of which is enough to bring his family to tears. What happened? Was he sick? Let's find out how the icon said his goodbye to the world. Farewell to the lion who passes at 89. On the quiet morning of September 16, 2025, the world bid farewell to one of its most cherished icons. Robert Redford, The legendary actor, director, and symbol of cinematic excellence passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Sundance, Utah, at the remarkable age of 89. His passing marked the end of an era, leaving a void in Hollywood and in the hearts of millions who admired him, not only for his extraordinary talent, but also for his unwavering principles and the grace with which he carried himself throughout a lifetime in the spotlight. Redford's legacy extends far beyond the silver screen. He was not just an actor, he was a storyteller, a pioneer, and a passionate advocate for artistic integrity, from his early breakthrough roles to his celebrated directorial ventures.
Oh, I work in the linotype room 2 nights a week.
You never quit, do you?
He captured the imagination of audiences with a charm and authenticity that seemed effortless, yet was the result of years of dedication and profound understanding of his craft. His influence reached every corner of the entertainment industry, inspiring generations of actors, filmmakers, and viewers alike. The news of his death prompted an outpouring of heartfelt tributes from peers, collaborators, and admirers around the world. Jane Fonda, Redford's frequent co-star and lifelong friend, shared her grief and admiration, writing, "He meant a lot to me and was a beautiful person in every way. He stood for an America we have to keep fighting for." Her words captured the essence of Redford, not only as a performer but as a man whose ideals and integrity resonated far beyond his films. Meryl Streep, who worked alongside him in the iconic Out of Africa, reflected on the depth of their friendship and his enduring impact, poignantly stating, "One of the lions has passed. Rest in peace, my lovely friend." The phrase evokes the power, dignity, and quiet strength that Redford embodied throughout his life, qualities that made him not only a force in Hollywood, but also a guiding figure to those fortunate enough to know him personally. Tributes poured in from a wide spectrum of the creative world. Director Ron Howard, actress Marlee Matlin, actor Coleman Domingo, and author Stephen King all joined in honoring Redford's unmatched contributions. Each shared memories, reflections, and acknowledgments of the mark he left on both their lives.
He wasn't in college when he didn't lift a finger for Spain.
Congress was isolationist.
And the entertainment industry at large. These tributes underline a simple truth. Robert Redford was more than an actor. He was a cultural touchstone, a symbol of artistry married to principle, and a reminder of the enduring power of integrity, talent, and passion. As fans, colleagues, and friends remember him, the memory of Redford lives on, not only in the iconic films and performances that define a cinematic era, but also in the ideals he championed, the authenticity he maintained, and the inspiration he provided. His passing is a moment of collective mourning, but also a moment to celebrate a life beautifully lived, a career brilliantly crafted, and a spirit that will continue to resonate for generations to come. What were his early years like? How did he interact with life as a young chap? Let's delve into the details of young Robert Redford as he set out to greatness from his youthful age. From rebellious root to a restless youth. Long before the world knew him as the iconic Robert Redford, he was just Charles Robert Redford Jr., a boy born on August 18, 1936, in the vibrant, sun-soaked neighborhood of Santa Monica, California. Life for young Redford began modestly. His father, Charles Sr., started as a milkman before moving on to work as an accountant in an oil company. His mother, Martha Hart, was a woman of spirit and imagination, with a profound love for books and the silver screen. It was she who first nurtured Redford's curiosity and artistic inclinations, encouraging him to explore, question, and create. In her eyes, the world was a canvas, and her son was destined to leave his mark upon it. Yet childhood for Redford was far from perfect, a naturally athletic and magnetic young man.
Then it's stupid and dangerous.
What are you telling me to do? Sit by and shut up just because it's dangerous?
I'm telling you it's a waste. That's what I'm...
He shined on the playing fields, excelling in track, football, and tennis, but in classrooms and social settings, he often struggled to fit in. His teenage years were defined by a restless energy, a penchant for mischief, and a streak of rebellion. He found himself embroiled in small crimes, from stealing hubcaps to sneaking into neighborhood pools. Jobs came and went. He worked as a supermarket box boy and at Standard Oil, yet neither position lasted long, as his restless nature clashed with the confines of conventional work. Tragedy struck in 1955 when Redford's mother succumbed to septicemia. Her death left an indelible void, plunging him into emotional turbulence and a profound sense of loss. In the aftermath, he attempted to channel his energy into sports, securing a baseball scholarship at the University of Colorado. But the academic environment and youthful freedom proved intoxicating. Redford's time there became synonymous with parties, alcohol, and defiance of authority. Accounts vary. Some suggest he dropped out, others that he was expelled. But what is clear is that his 18 months on campus cemented his reputation as a loose cannon.
I said, well, yeah, I can do that, but I'm much more drawn to the Sundance Kid.
A young man brimming with potential yet struggling to harness it. Determined to find direction and meaning, Redford set off to Europe, immersing himself in the bohemian, intellectual milieu of Paris. Here, far from the comforts of California, he explored art, literature, and politics, confronting ideas and issues that both challenged and humbled him. Questions about the Algerian War and international affairs exposed gaps in his knowledge, but instead of deterring him, they sparked a fervent desire to learn and grow. These experiences abroad shaped his worldview, grounding him in a new sense of purpose and maturity.
Robert Redford has captivated audiences from both sides of the camera through entertaining motion pictures that often explore.
When Redford returned to the United States, he was no longer just a mischievous, restless youth. He had been tempered by loss, curiosity, and exposure to the wider world. The boy who once sneaked into pools and chased thrill-seeking adventures was evolving into a thoughtful, ambitious young man with a clear vision. With art in his heart and the allure of acting calling to him, Robert Redford was ready to carve out a path that would one day capture the imagination of millions worldwide. How was he able to identify his talent in acting? When did he join the industry? Let's dive into the details of Robert Redford's journey into Hollywood. The rise of a Hollywood heartthrob. In the United States, Robert Redford approached acting with remarkable passion and dedication. He honed his craft at prestigious institutions, including the Pratt Institute and the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, determined to make his mark on stage and screen. His early career saw him step onto the Broadway stage, making his debut in 1959 with Tall Story.
Woodcock. The Woodcock, you all right? Hey.
He soon followed with The Highest Tree, steadily drawing attention with his performances in Little Moon of Alban and Sunday in the Park. Even in these formative years, audiences and critics began to notice his natural charm, expressive presence, and the quiet intensity he brought to every role.
Here it's a foreign country. He can't take you back either.
He's not going to take anybody back. He wants to finish us here.
Redford's first major breakthrough arrived in 1963 with Neil Simon's witty romantic comedy Barefoot in the Park. Playing the newlywed Paul Bratter, he brought warmth, humor, and depth to the character, capturing the hearts of theater-goers. His portrayal highlighted his timing, likability, and the emotional range that would soon define his career. While he had already appeared in television and films such as War Hunt in 1962, it was the 1967 film adaptation of Barefoot in the Park, starring opposite Jane Fonda, that truly launched him into the cinematic spotlight. Audiences were drawn to the natural chemistry between Redford and Fonda, cementing his status as a rising star in Hollywood. By 1969, Redford had become a household name. His role as the charming outlaw Sundance in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, alongside Paul Newman, was nothing short of iconic. The film's mix of action, humor, and charisma, paired with Redford's magnetic screen presence, turned it into a cultural phenomenon and made him instantly recognizable across America. But Redford was determined not to be confined to the image of the handsome leading man. He deliberately sought out diverse and challenging roles, from the adrenaline-fueled sports drama Downhill Racer to the tense Western Tell Them Willie Boy Is Here, and the sharp political satire The Candidate. Each performance revealed a new layer of his talent, proving he was more than just a striking face on the screen. The 1970s solidified Redford's place among Hollywood's elite. Films like The Way We Were and The Sting, both released in 1973, earned him critical praise, commercial success, and his first Academy Award nomination. His collaborations with visionary directors, particularly Sidney Pollack, produced remarkable works such as 3 Days of the Condor and All the President's Men, films that blended suspense, intelligence, and social awareness. Through these projects, Redford demonstrated versatility and a commitment to stories that mattered, embracing both artistic depth and social relevance. By this time, he was no longer merely a leading man. He had evolved into a commanding artistic presence, a force whose performances combined sophistication, charisma, and gravitas, leaving a lasting imprint on both stage and screen. Was Robert Redford only known in the industry for being a talented actor? What were his achievements in the industry, outside featuring, on the camera? Let's take a look at how Robert Redford revolutionized the industry in his own way. A visionary behind the camera.
I was just kind of wondering why your name and phone number were in the address books of 2 of the men arrested at Watergate.
Though Robert Redford had already cemented his status as one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, a restless creativity simmered beneath the surface. He yearned for more than just the applause of audiences or the thrill of performing. He longed to shape the stories themselves, to command the narrative from behind the camera. Driven by this desire for creative autonomy and a deep passion for storytelling, Redford gradually stepped into the roles of director and producer, collaborating with cinematic legends such as Sidney Pollack and Michelangelo Antonioni. He absorbed invaluable lessons on visual composition, pacing, and the delicate art of conveying emotion through film, all of which would inform his own distinctive directorial voice. In 1980, Redford made his bold directorial debut with Ordinary People, a deeply introspective exploration of grief, guilt, and the complexities of family relationships. The film resonated profoundly with audiences and critics alike, earning 4 Academy Award nominations, including Best Director, and generating over $50 million at the box office, while Redford's personal earnings, around $2 million, were substantial. The true victory lay in establishing himself as a versatile and visionary filmmaker, one capable of crafting narratives that touched both the heart and the mind. The film's critical acclaim proved that his talents extended far beyond acting. Redford could now mold cinematic worlds from inception to final cut, blending artistry with profound human insight. But his ambitions did not stop there. Recognizing the struggles faced by emerging filmmakers, in 1981, Redford founded the Sundance Institute, a nonprofit organization committed to nurturing independent voices in cinema. 4 years later, the Sundance Film Festival made its debut.
What's really interesting, though, that I don't know how many people have picked up in terms of Paul Newman and I, is that when we did Butch Cassidy,
providing an unprecedented platform for innovative and daring filmmakers to showcase their work. Over the ensuing decades, Redford became a mentor and champion for countless directors who would go on to reshape the landscape of modern cinema. Visionaries such as Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, and Ava DuVernay all benefited from the opportunities that the Sundance community offered, solidifying Redford's legacy as not only a cultural influencer, but a cultivator of creative talent. Simultaneously, Redford continued to direct and produce films that combined artistic excellence with social and emotional depth. Works such as A River Runs Through It, 1992, Quiz Show, 1994, and The Motorcycle Diaries, 2004, showcased his ability to intertwine compelling storytelling with thoughtful reflections on society, morality, and human connection. Each project reinforced his dedication to meaningful cinema, demonstrating that success in Hollywood could coexist with purpose and conscience. Beyond accolades and box office returns, Redford's cinematic journey reflected a rare fusion of talent, vision, and integrity, proof that true artistry lies not merely in fame or fortune, but in leaving an enduring mark on both audiences and the art form itself. As Robert Redford says goodbye, the fortune he leaves goes beyond the properties, wealth, and investment. What legacy did he leave for the industry, family, and fans? Let's find out. Family, film, and a better future. Robert Redford is a name that evokes not just cinematic brilliance, but a life devoted to meaningful impact beyond the silver screen. While many remember him for his iconic roles and masterful direction, his true legacy stretches far wider, embracing family, social responsibility, and the environment. From an early age,
James Hillman, and it was called The Soul's Code, and he talks about this thing called the acorn, something you were meant to do or be.
Redford's character was profoundly shaped by the unwavering support of his mother. Though she passed away when he was just 18, the lessons she imparted, resilience, integrity, and a clear sense of purpose, remained deeply ingrained in him. These values became guiding stars throughout his career, influencing the choices he made both as an artist and as a citizen of the world. Family has always been central to Redford's life, and this commitment continues through the generations. His daughter, Shauna Redford, carries forward his dedication to cultural and philanthropic endeavors, ensuring that his vision of the giving back endures. Beyond family, Redford meticulously structured his estate to support causes that mattered to him, blending personal legacy with public good. A prime example is the Sundance Institute, which he founded to champion independent filmmakers. Through Sundance, emerging artists find mentorship, resources, and a platform to tell diverse and powerful stories, an extension of Redford's belief in nurturing creativity and fostering cultural growth. Redford's passion for the environment is equally remarkable. For decades, he has been a vocal advocate for wildlife preservation, the protection of national parks, and sustainable practices. His campaigns have inspired countless individuals to recognize the urgency of environmental stewardship.
You did. And then I had to wait for 2 years before I could get the money to build my own house, which I did.
Whether through his films, his investments, or his philanthropic work, Redford has consistently demonstrated that creativity and conscience can coexist, shaping culture while championing meaningful change. What makes Redford's journey so compelling is the transformation from a mischievous, restless young man into a celebrated actor, director, and philanthropist. Every chapter of his life reflects a relentless pursuit of excellence, tempered by humility and a sense of responsibility. His story is a vivid example of how resilience, vision, and dedication to one's principles can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond individual achievement. Ultimately, Robert Redford's legacy cannot be measured solely in awards, box office earnings, or public acclaim. It lives in the lives he has touched, the careers he has nurtured, and the causes he has championed. His work demonstrates that true influence comes not from fame alone, but from the ability to inspire, empower, and leave the world a little better than one found. Redford's life is a testament to the enduring power of art, activism, and the belief that one person, guided by purpose and compassion, can indeed make a lasting difference. So, do you think Robert Redford lived a truly fulfilling life? What will you remember him for? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.